Hello and welcome to Hitching the Trailer. I'm Greg, and with me, as always, is the woman that makes me pop up in the morning, my lovely wife, Nicole.
Hiya.
Today we're doing the movie Unfrosted, starring Jerry Seinfeld and a bunch of other stars. Before we get started, we just want to give a shout out to our sponsors, Pinewood Poultry Pastures, the best eggs in all of Westmoreland County, if you ask me. Go to their Instagram page, check them out, buy some eggs. Newest sponsor,
Menti BTs. Go give us a follow on Instagram, at Menti BTs, for all our mental health warriors. We have a Printify shop. You can click on the link and get yourself some teas and stickers. We'll have new merch coming out every week, and we're so excited to be here.
Fantastic. All right, so before we get started with the pod, if you hear a little sniffle, little chatter in the background, our kids are awake. As many of you know, it's tough for us to find time to do these, but we're trying to power through it.
We're doing our best here.
So we'll try to edit it the best we can. We're not edit masters, but I guess my question is, you ready to pod, babe?
You ready to cast, babe?
Let's go.
Bowl of cornflakes in the morning to smooth you out. Milky cereal, baby. Milky cereal, milky cereal.
All right, before we get started, what's the blurb we got here, babe?
Let's pull up the blurb for Unfrosted. In 1963 Michigan, business rivals Kellogg's and Post compete to create a cake that could change breakfast forever. First question.
Okay.
Did Pop-Tarts change breakfast forever? At least for you.
Yes and no. I don't remember having Pop-Tarts when I was younger.
Oh my God, I do.
But once I was introduced to Pop-Tarts, I was a Pop-Tart fiend. Strawberry frosted.
I'm same. I'm with you. I love a strawberry frosted. I do also love the s'mores flavor, which you don't love, which I love that you don't love, because there are very few things in our home that I get to eat solely alone between Greg and our children, always hawk-eyeing me when I go to put food in my mouth. So the fact that I love to find things that Greg does not like, because if you don't like them, then I can eat them.
Yeah, because I will devour anything.
Everything. If it's not nailed down, you're eating it. You're a garbage can. We call them the human garbage.
Loads of sugar.
That just sounds disgusting. Why not just get Honey Nut Cheerios?
Sometimes my mom would get
Were they not made yet? Were they not invented?
I'm pretty sure they had them.
Yeah.
Probably Cheerios were cheaper, I would guess.
Yeah.
But once in a while, we get to pick one. Well, we had Golden Grahams sometimes.
Love Golden Grahams.
And then
I still love cereal to this day. Every time I'm pregnant, that's all I loved having cereal.
I'm more of a burger and beer for breakfast type of guy.
Shocker. No, stop doing that with your feet.
Oh. Hashtag reasons to chug, you know how we do. But or we would get Cookie Crisp. That was me and my brother loved Cookie Crisp.
Yeah, we never.
It was just cookies when you put some milk on it. It wasn't really cereal. It was just little pieces of cookies.
No, even as a kid, one of my absolute favorites was Raisin Bran.
Yeah, Raisin Bran. We did Raisin Bran sometimes. I think my mom always had Raisin Bran.
And then looking at it, it was just as much, if not more, sugar than Fruit Loops, Lucky Charms, all of those. Pops were a big one in my house too.
Yeah, we never did really Pops.
I love Pops.
Every once in a while we'd get the variety.
The variety pack. Oh my gosh.
Honey Smacks I used to love when they.
I vomited up Honey Smacks in the 3rd grade, all over the girls' bathroom at St. John Vianney Grammar School.
Did you tell anybody, or you just walked out?
No, I just walked out. I threw it up. I threw it up.
There was a custodian cursing you like this.
I was a little girl. I threw it up everywhere, though. I'll never.
You come back to class, it's all in your hair. They're like, anything you want to tell us, Nicole? No.
I just stunk to high hell. No, I don't. I don't think I ever ate it again. I'm pretty sure.
Wait, is that why they call you Pukey Nikki?
That doesn't even make sense. Doesn't even rhyme.
Close enough.
No, they sound like Austin. Does that rhyme? No. Yeah, those I used to love those, getting those, but then there was always like those two like shitty ones in there that like nobody wanted to eat.
Like
it would be just cornflakes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
My brother was a big Frosted Flakes guy,
yeah,
so he loved Frosted Flakes. But yeah, there would always be those cornflakes in there, or Kicks. Who the fuck wanted to eat Kicks?
They had little Mikey. Give it a
ate
Mikey.
Kicks? I
He'll
thought
eat
Mikey
anything.
ate Life.
I thought it was Kicks.
I think it was Life.
I don't know.
We'll have to do a poll.
Guess the cereal. Well, I know somebody who absolutely loves cereal. Jerry Seinfeld.
He does. That was like a big thing on Seinfeld.
He was always eating cereal in Seinfeld.
His array of cereals at one time.
Yeah.
Which, like, that was always a thing that used to piss me off as a kid. It was like, if you opened a box of cereal, like, there was no way of you getting another one. Like, let's say you wanted something and your sibling wanted something else. My mom would go, she'd just get like one box of cereal, and it'd be like, if it was Frosted Flakes for my brother, I didn't want to eat those soggy ass flakes, you know? But if it was open, it was like, if it took them weeks to finish, it didn't matter because you had to wait to get a new, which now as a mom, I do the same shit. As soon as they're like over a cereal that they already haven't made one of us buy, and then they make one of us buy these cereals, and then they don't want to finish it, or they go to the store and they see something else and then they want it. I'm like, not until you finish your last box of cereal that you made us buy. So I do kind of get that. Yeah,
they have 8 million different types of cereal now.
Oh, yeah.
It's like crazy. But yeah, no. Seinfeld was every episode, I bet he had.
It was either him or Elaine was eating the cereal. Yeah, it was definitely like, that's funny that you say that.
So one of the other things that is kind of crazy that I was trying to think of, has Seinfeld been in any other movies other than the Bee Movie?
No.
Like, this is the only...
he doesn't do it.
Yeah, because the only other time he was acting was in Seinfeld.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, other than like Comedians in Cars. And
Popped into Curb,
yeah.
But like, that's it. No, he like doesn't do it. He didn't have to.
No.
Once he was like... Doesn't. But he's always been very honest about that, of like, once I made enough money, like, if I don't have to do it, I'm not gonna. Which, like, in reality, doesn't everybody want to feel that way?
Right. Then he was stand-up. He loves stand-up. He still does stand-up, and that's what he loves, you know, like, which is awesome. He made his money, and then he does what he loves.
He does what he likes. Who doesn't want to do that?
I know.
Isn't that what we're all out to do?
I wonder why he did the Bee Movie, though. Of all the...
That's a good question. You might have to ask him that one.
I wonder, let's look up, because I wonder if he's been in any other animated things. Because I know he doesn't like to act, but...
Doing a voiceover is different?
Yeah. Bee Movie, no.
That Bee Movie was literally absurd, that it was like a bee that was like in love with a woman who was like also in love, the woman was also in love with the bee. It didn't really...
It looked like he popped on like comedian shows, like the Jim Gaffigan show, Inside Amy Schumer.
Yeah, I guess I do. Who is in the movie? Yeah.
Yeah. Louis. On 30 Rock, he popped in. So in the trailer, it looks like Jerry Seinfeld and Melissa McCarthy work for Kellogg's.
Mm-hmm.
And then the post side is that Amy Schumer and Jim Gaffigan? Or does Jim Gaffigan work for Kellogg's as well?
He's Kellogg.
Because at one point, him and Amy Schumer are together. That's why.
The cast is just amazing. There's so many people in this. Rachel Harris.
Who's Rachel Harris?
What?
What is she from?
Craig, come on, man.
You know, I don't know anybody's name.
blonde hair, glasses. She's been in literally every show ever.
Was,
Hangover.
yeah. Okay.
Diary of a Wimpy Kid.
She was the principal in New Girl.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. In like that one small.
I just remember her from that.
Jim Gaffigan, Christian Slater, the best. Hugh Grant plays Tony the Tiger. Like, that's just amazing. Kyle Mooney, our boy, Mikey Day, Patrick Warburton. I mean, Max Greenfield, Andy Daly, Cedric the Entertainer. It is just like chock full of people, which of course, like, I feel like if Jerry Seinfeld is doing a movie
and he asks you,
you're doing it.
Yeah, 100%.
Comedians from far and wide are like probably, but I can't wait. Him and Melissa McCarthy together, it just looks amazing. I'm very, very excited for this trailer, I have to say.
Yeah. It's
them going back and forth trying to figure.
Catching from the trailer is that they're on a race to basically
put out the Pop-Tart. Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
It looked, that's why I think it's called Unfrosted, because I believe Post put out Unfrosted first, like Pop-Tarts. And then Kellogg was like, so from what I can gather from the trailer and the name of the movie, that Post came out with a Pop-Tart first that didn't have any frosting on it. And it looks like they're in a race to put out
the Pop-Tart, yeah.
Pop-Tart, but then I guess Kellogg's came up with the bright idea to put the frosting on there, because who the hell wants unfrosted Pop-Tarts?
I don't.
They do sell them.
Yeah, of course they do.
It's insane to me.
The naked mole rat of Pop-Tarts does not interest me.
Like, why?
I love them cold.
Oh, yeah.
I like them warm. You name them.
We had to stop buying them because
yeah, no, for sure. So just eat them.
Yeah. It's crazy. But, so they're in a race.
The idea, when they are like trying to come up with the name of the Pop-Tart in the trailer, that had me dying.
Yeah, that was funny. And it looks like Amy Schumer's evil.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they make it seem like, because she's from Post. I guess Kellogg is our big champion of this movie.
Well, I mean, wouldn't they have to somehow be behind it? I guess not, but...
Well, maybe Jerry Seinfeld just always was a Kellogg's guy. Did you ever differentiate between brands where you're like, oh, no.
I don't think I
Millvale? No, thanks.
Is Millvale the one that they sell at Aldi?
Yes.
Actually, Aldi is a great one. I grew up with a brand snob.
Yep.
Couldn't possibly buy store-bought, store brand anything. It was like beneath her. So I started out that way in my young adult life until I met you.
Yeah. I'm like, no frills, everything.
The non-snob slob. And
they literally taste the same.
No, there's most things. Yeah, there's a few things that you can't. And I've tried, and you just can't. Like ketchup, you just can't.
Right.
Ketchup, you really have
Coke.
to go Heinz. Coke, yeah, no, there will be no cola or Star or something. No, I can't do that. There's just a few things that really do matter. Or if like, I'm a big Aldi shopper. I also, for those of you who don't know me or know this about me, I live to grocery shop. Like, it is literally just one of my absolute favorite things to do. Going up and down the aisles, knowing where everything is, getting a good deal, sales, coupons, the apps, you name it. I just thoroughly enjoy every aspect of it. I love it so much. Grocery shop. I mean, it's just part of who I am. Like, I'm a grocery gal, and so
the less kids with you, the better.
Yeah, no kids is it's like my time to be alone. And like, as a mom, and some people look at it as like, one of your many chores that you have to do as a mom. I don't. I look at it as like a break. I thoroughly enjoy it. Yeah. I love it so much that like, I thoroughly love going through the self-checkout because I like to take my time and I like to pack my groceries a certain way. I just have a thing. So I love Aldi, and Aldi brands actually that Millville.
Yeah, Millville.
What they say is that they actually have a lot less artificial dyes, colors in their cereals and stuff like that for your kids.
What country?
Oh, I should probably know this. Germany, but I don't know. Sweden? I don't know. Something like that.
Yeah.
No, Lidl might have been Germany. I don't know. But they're within that. But a lot of their stuff is not. And I love it. And Aldi is the best. Shout out to Aldi. I would love to do something with you, you know?
Aldi, if you want to be a sponsor of the...
I would like to be your brand ambassador. Not that you need one because you're amazing. But anyway. But yeah, back to
the movie.
The movie. But cereals and all that stuff is... I have no idea where I was going with that.
I don't know. No, I was asking about brands. That's what we were talking about.
Yes, like post Kellogg's. Thank you. Sorry.
Like, I know some people that are only Drake's, no Hostess, or some people are Little Debbie for life. But I don't get that with cereal.
I think that's a little bit different. I don't know if I could tell you what's Post. Grape Nuts?
Fruity Pebbles is Post.
Oh, I never fucked with Fruity Pebbles. I'm
Cocoa
sorry.
Pebbles?
Nope, didn't fuck with those either.
Cocoa Puffs. I think Cocoa Puffs is Kellogg's.
Never did.
Pebbles.
Never did the Puffs. Never did the Puffs or
no
the Pebbles.
Cocos for you.
No Puffs, no Pebbles, no Cocos. That was just not in my wheelhouse of things. I think Pops is Kellogg's, I want to say. Apple Jacks. Is that Kellogg's? I don't know. What is Cheerios? They're neither of those. What are they?
I don't know.
Oh shit.
General Mills.
Are they?
I think so.
Hold on. We're gonna have to do a little research here real quick. I love one of my favorite things actually is when Greg will come to me with the brackets, the cereal bracket. I would love
candy bracket. We did candy bracket.
I love all those. Let's see. What is Cheerios? That is General Mills.
That would have been a good. That's what I said.
Is that what you said?
Look at this guy.
Look at you. Who would have thought?
That would have been a great car trip trivia question. Shout out to Stephen Cry.
Let's see all the General Mills cereals. General Mills cereals are Cocoa Puffs, Lucky Charms, Reese's Puffs, Chocolate Toast Crunch, Corn Shacks, French Toast Crunch, Blueberry. It's all the different cheers.
They're the crunches.
So they have
Puff crunches.
Yeah, they used to be Golden Grams.
Oh, the Goldies.
Wait, Cap'n Crunch?
The Cap'n. Who's Fruit Loops?
Fruit Loops is...
I know, riveting stuff.
Kellogg's.
Riveting stuff.
I think it matters. Mini Wheats. I've got to have Frosted Mini Wheats.
Yeah.
Rice Krispies can only eat with sliced banana in it. I love them, but
really?
Yes, has to have sliced banana.
Rice Krispie treats on that.
I do love a Rice Krispie. Okay, so you want to talk about cereals? There was back in the day, Rice Krispie treat cereal. It was in a purple box, and there was absolutely nothing like it.
I never had it.
And if you like to partake in extracurricular activities,
are you talking about smoking weed?
Yeah, I'm trying to say it.
Maybe not.
Anyway,
it's legal most places now.
I know, but for those who don't like to partake, or
I'm sure
compare it to
our more buttoned up audience will
compare it to more severe things. It was literally the best thing to eat when you're stoned, like the absolute best.
Yeah, because
Rice Krispie treat cereal. It just hit another level. And then when I was pregnant, I remembered the taste, and I tried to find it, and it's like.
Why don't you just cut up Rice Krispie treats and throw it in some milk?
That's because it's not the same thing. That's what I'm trying to say. There was like a flavor to it, like a faux marshmallow flavor, which I didn't even know that it could get more faux than marshmallow. Oh no, it's anybody who's had it gets it.
If you YK.
Yeah. Oh, Greg's getting up on the lingo now that he's an Instagram influencer.
We're not there yet.
You're trying.
Hashtag Reasons to Chug. Follow it on Instagram at Reasons to Chug. I'm surprised you didn't say more about when I popped in with the Stephen Cray.
What about him?
I said those are a good question on car trip trivia.
Oh, love car trip trivia.
Yeah, not everybody knows about car trip trivia.
It's a podcast. You should listen to it. If you don't want your kids to talk to you in the car, Car Trip Trivia is the way to go.
Yeah. All right. So I was thinking, this is the first time. I mean, I don't know how big this movie is going to be.
Well,
going to Netflix.
Netflix, May 3rd.
May 3rd. Going to Netflix May 3rd.
But that's not a thing anymore.
I know, but like I'm just trying to think.
Redbox.
When was the last time Melissa McCarthy was in a big movie? She kind of fell off. She was like huge for a minute, but...
She just did that Genie movie on Peacock. Christmas time.
Oh, the Christmas Genie movie. But that wasn't really... It wasn't like highly promoted or anything. You know what I mean?
I don't know. I don't know what is considered like big anymore.
Right.
How do you
Let's look,
clarify or classify, I guess I should say, what is big? Because there's stuff I'll watch on Netflix
I think it's more of a everybody's talking about it. Other than making
Who's
money.
Everybody though?
Like you.
Who do you talk to?
I don't, but I know about things.
How do you know that people aren't
because
talking about it?
If they come up.
Oh, because you live for the Tweeterverse?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Is that means there's multiple people talking about like there's.
Yeah, but people talk about things for bad reasons too, like...
Right.
Would you rather them talk about it for bad, I guess, than nothing?
Yeah, you know what they say. Any publicity is good publicity, right? But I don't even remember the last time she was, like, in a movie that people were talking about. She had Bridesmaids, she had Identity Thief, and the Heat.
Oh, I like that one. I like that one, too.
Tammy.
I don't think I liked that one that much.
Spy. That was pretty funny, I remember.
Yeah.
The Boss, I don't think I watched.
Oh, yeah, you did. We watched that one, yeah.
She was in Central Intelligence. Then she was in Ghostbusters.
Which we know your feelings on that. We talked about that in a previous pod.
Not good. Then the Happy Time Murders. We talked about that.
That one.
That one was funny that was 20.
But it's, what's hilarious to me though is you're bringing up her. Meanwhile, this is Jerry Seinfeld's first starring live action movie his entire career.
Right. I'm just saying.
And his directorial debut.
He's
doing both.
She did that.
Please mind the grunting in the background. That is our youngest.
Well, I guess, with COVID and everything, she did that show, The 9 Perfect Strangers.
Oh, I love
that. That was a good best of reviews.
No, I think it did fine. I feel like you're coming from a place of... You're not a Disney princess. I'm sorry that didn't happen for you.
Tried my hardest.
But I remember you talking a lot about how people were pissed that it should have been like a drag queen that played Ursula.
Oh yeah, that was a thing that people were saying.
Okay,
yeah.
And then it was over, and that was fine. Yeah. People were pissed that there was a black woman playing a mermaid, which is not a real.
But isn't it funny though? It's ridiculous. Like when you're not in it though, that's what you remember. Like that little bit of negativity.
Well, because that's what I love you, but that's what you love to bring to the table. You love to bring the super negative things. You love to bring the conspiracy theories.
I'm just saying what I heard.
I know, but you never hear the good stuff. You only hear the bad. And that's crazy because you're a very positive person, you yourself.
Maybe it's because I can't believe what that people are saying bad stuff about it. I'm like, things are great. What could be bad? And
you only bring up the bad. The other thing that makes me think, because I also love breakfast. Mm-hmm. Like breakfast is just a thing.
Yeah, you do love breakfast. You have to have breakfast.
No. Well, yes, I have to have my first meal of the day has to be breakfast-esque food.
Right.
Even if I didn't have it until the afternoon. I've always been this way.
Which is wild.
I feel that way. Well, also I feel like, for people who don't know, New Jersey is the diner capital of the world.
Right.
It is going to a little shitty diner just made my life so much better. It's just, and also, I feel needs to be said, I am a sweet breakfast person. Mm-hmm. I'm also not an egg person.
No, you hate eggs.
I hate eggs, but I don't hate eggs from Pinewood Poultry Pastures.
Well, you don't eat them,
But if I was
love
gonna
them.
get, but I do, I bake with them.
Yes,
and they have great eggs. So
sure. Now, the thing that changed me when I moved to New Jersey about those same diners, they serve everything all day. So why would I get breakfast when I can get a bacon cheeseburger?
Because who doesn't want a stack of pancakes?
Me. I want
with a side of pork roll and also a side of home fries.
But who doesn't want to have a steak anytime they want?
Me. I don't.
Well, I don't want your...
Oh my God, our French toast? Oh.
Nah.
Love French toast.
It's too desserty for me.
That's not dessert, it's breakfast.
No, what's the difference between that and like cake? Like, what's the difference between donuts and
several
cake?
ingredients.
Yeah, but they're similar.
I just love it. That's a good poll question. I want to know: are you a sweet or are you a savory breakfast? I also like, but like I need a little bit of both. My favorite, I gotta have my breakfast potato, some sort of breakfast potato, and I mean I love a corned beef hash. Oh my God!
Yeah, I gotta do an omelet if we're going around like where we are now in Pittsburgh. The diners they don't serve everything all day.
There aren't really diners. There are, well, I mean, like you can get yourself to a Bob Evans or they're chains.
Denny's.
Eaton Park is a big one.
Yeah.
But you're not going to like back home where there was like 2 diners every like mile and they were like privately owned.
Yeah.
A lot of Greek diners.
Some of them even served alcohol, which was amazing. Get a Bloody Mary
or a mimosa.
Yeah.
It was just great. I miss it so much. I really do.
That's something we don't do when we go back to New Jersey. We don't hit up a diner.
Yes, we do.
No.
Well, because
we get pizza.
We have to get a bagel. I have to go get bagels. I have to get my pork roll. I got to get my everything bagels. But I'm like all of those things I need to get. Yes, I would love to hit up a diner. We're not usually there for that long. That's part of it too.
True.
Yes, got to get my pizza, my bagels. I would love to hit up a diner, but also like when I think of breakfast and breakfast food,
right?
I always think about, I don't know if you were like this as a kid, but like if there was ever a time, now being a mom, I understand if like my mom didn't have time or hadn't gotten grocery shopping or something like that. If we do breakfast for dinner, that was like my favorite thing. I
know you try to pass it on to our kids too.
Why?
Because they'll be like, "Can we do breakfast for dinner?"
I know
during the day you're like, "Hey guys, breakfast for dinner."
I've made them pancakes for dinner for sure, or lunch if that's what they want to have. You know, every once in a blue moon, I will happily make them pancakes and bacon, and you know, But like that's such such a comfort food.
It's easier to make. You know what I mean? Like especially eggs, you just throw them in the pan basically
It's such a like comfort food thing, I think, for me though. What's your comfort food when you think about like food from like when you were a kid? Like obviously like Pop-Tarts or
it was always chow mein was my favorite thing.
Yeah.
Which is very different where I'm from than it is from everywhere else. Brown noodles, brown sauce, challah. But also in linguiça, like Portuguese stuff. But like that's the stuff when we go back to Massachusetts, I need to have it because they don't sell it anywhere else.
I know, because it's probably banned in like every other state, country. Closed down the shop that they made it in because people were dying. Down. Yeah.
Maybe a little bit of paint leaked into the
into the vat of noodles they were making.
It's fine.
Disgusting.
It's still delicious.
No, it looks like twigs. It looks like he eats a bowl of twigs covered in soy sauce.
It's not soy sauce though. It's like a brown gravy.
Even worse. No. Twigs with gravy? My God. That's disgusting.
It is delicious though. When you put it all together, it's delicious.
I'll just go outside, pick you up some twigs. I think I got to pack a McCormick brown gravy.
If you can make a delicious brown gravy. Don't tell me what it is. I'll eat it.
That's disgusting.
Okay. No. Other than that, like I always go for like cheeseburger. Always been cheese. Like I said, when we used to go to the diner, whether it's the morning, afternoon, night, I always get the cheeseburger deluxe. Comes with the fries, lettuce, tomato, onion, pickles.
Yeah.
That was the go-to.
Love a diner pickle. A diner pickle is like so much better.
It's like the best. And who knows how long they've been there. If they're
probably been laying on some coleslaw.
Could have been reused. Oh,
I don't fuck with coleslaw.
No.
At a diner, that is for sure.
Just because people said that they reuse them sometimes.
Yeah. Which
could be a myth. But coleslaw is delicious, though.
Yeah, it has to be the right kind of coleslaw. It's got to be a.
You don't like the vinegary?
No, I do like a vinegary.
You do like vinegary.
I don't. I like a little bit of mayo. It can't be too much mayo. Big coleslaw people here in Pittsburgh too. They like coleslaw and want stuff. Permane Brothers, I feel like puts coleslaw on everything too.
Coleslaw and French fries.
Yeah.
Everything.
Yeah, that's what I think of, like comfort food and stuff like that. And I'm like, that's like Pop-Tart, same thing. Like I remember taking like a sleeve, put it in my backpack, like for in between, like probably was not good fuel between school and track practice, but.
Would you consider those things your Menti B foods?
No.
Shout out to our sponsor, Menti B Teas.
Menti B Teas.
But again, comfort. Like when you think of like, you just want to be comfortable. You want to eat something that's familiar, something that's going to, kind of just don't have to think about it. Just like, it's always.
I'm bad. I always go sweet. I know you're more savory.
I'm a savory guy.
Salty.
Oh yeah.
You love your chips. You go through bags of chips like nobody I've ever seen.
I love chips.
Chips and dips.
Chips and dips.
Remember when Austin wrote that on his All About My Dad page? Yeah. Things that make his dad happy. He wrote beer and chips and onion dip.
Damn right. Onion dip is fantastic.
I don't know how his preschool teacher wrote that with a straight face.
I bet you a lot of the kids had beer on their list for their dads.
Well, he definitely would have it now.
Well, yeah.
Reasons to chug.
For sure. So, let me ask you this.
Ask away, sir.
Do you like it? Well, I know you're gonna say you do. I wonder.
Don't tell me what I'm gonna say.
Because I'm gonna say, do you think you like it better that when movies just come out on Netflix?
Oh my God, yeah.
But I wonder if there's a population that they're like, no, we love going to the movies. It's something.
I feel bad, especially because we do a trailer podcast. I feel like we should go to the movies, but we have 3 children. It's just not happening.
I know. The last movie we went to was Mario Brothers last Easter.
Yeah.
We only had 2 kids at that moment.
Yeah, I was pregnant, and that was Sawyer's first movie. But
first movie ever. Yeah.
Going to the movies is just. Just so much of a hassle now, like
with the kids, yeah.
I mean, yeah, but just in general,
we used to go to the movies all the time.
We did go to the movies a decent amount. I do.
There's nothing better than a quiet movie theater, and all you hear is from a beer that you smuggled in your wife's purse.
The smuggling.
We used to bring. Remember, you used to bring the little bottles of wine. I would bring a couple beers.
God, we were terrible.
We saw. I think the last movie we might have saw was. It was an Avengers movie. We went with your sister, I remember.
That was the last time we went to the movie theater?
Together.
Wow.
Without kids.
Wow.
Yeah. No. We went to go see Daddy's Home when you were pregnant with Austin. I remember that. We went to Hibachi.
Really?
Went to Hibachi and we went to the movies.
Hibachi. I do love Hibachi.
Yeah.
The last movie I remember going to see, but I remember going with Austin, was we took him to his first movie
Clifford.
And we saw Clifford the Big Red Dog.
Yeah.
But just going to the movies, I feel like it's such a hassle. And I'm like, I'm a comfy girly. And I would go to the movies in sweatpants and sweatshirt and not give a shit. But it's just so much nicer when you don't have to do anything. And you can pause, get up, go to the bathroom. And that's, again, getting older. Right. Having to rewind it and maybe put on the closed captioning for a scene or two. Like, you want to hear what's going on.
Especially with these kids running around.
Yeah. The amount of times you have to stop.
Killers of Flower Moon took
us all day because we had to keep stopping it because these children. But I do I do appreciate going to the movies and like what it used to represent and like,
Right.
but I love the convenience of watching something come out on Netflix for sure. I'll sell my soul for Netflix. I don't really care.
Do you think they should do both? Give people the option, or you think nobody would do it?
No, because nobody's gonna. Why would you? If you're already paying for a Netflix subscription,
right?
You know, why are you gonna go to the? I guess
especially now when everybody has to pay for a Netflix subscription. I mean, how greedy is Netflix? They got $1 zillion.
Yeah.
And then they just won't let you share the password anymore. We had a good thing going. Like, I give you a password, you give me a password, I bring my limbs.
I knew you were going to go with that.
But like, they completely ruined it. And then Disney did it, then Hulu did it. And then...
They don't want anybody sharing. They are being greedy with that. But what place can you watch like Oscar-winning movies? Like, you can watch Shawshank one second, and the next you're watching like Love is Blind Sweden. Like, it's the amount and the array of different tastes and different genres. Yeah. I mean, the only thing that I'm going to tell you, my big complaint with Netflix is the amount of shows that come up for me that will look like the most thrilling murder show that I want to see, and then it will be in Bulgarian. And I'm like, why is this coming?
A language?
Why is it? What do you mean? What do people
Bulgarian?
What do people from Bulgaria
speak? Sound right. I don't know.
Let's go to the so just pulled it up. The official language of Bulgaria is Bulgarian.
It just doesn't sound like a language.
You can. In fact, Bulgarian is actually the oldest recorded Slavic language. So I'm so sorry that you're uneducated and don't know anything, but Bulgarian is real.
Maybe it's some bullshit.
But that's my big complaint with Netflix. Other than the fact that they don't let you share your password anymore. They'll get you.
Greedy as hell.
But I'm excited for this movie, and I think that I'm happy it's on Netflix.
Yeah. Like, the only thing that worries me is the last movie that came directly to Netflix that we're excited for.
Which one?
Old Dads.
Oh,
and then it wasn't that good.
No. He's in this too.
Yeah, that just made me think of it. Bill Burr plays President Kennedy.
JFK.
With the thick accent. He's got the
I forgot to wash my hands.
But yeah, another guy calls. You're on the next plane.
I think you're not saying no. We already established that that's
What else?
I wanted to bring up that in going into Jerry Seinfeld's IMDb and then looking at the trailer and then looking at the poster and then looking at I think he got hair plugs.
Yeah.
And I'm not anti hair plug. I think, if it works for you, I think some people get it and it's fantastic. And then, and
then there's Brian Urlacher.
It's always the first person you think of. Who doesn't think of him, But I think they look good, but I do think he got them just because I don't see him wearing a wig. It doesn't look like a wig.
Right.
Again, there's, being a former hairstylist myself, there is new
Not former. Once a hairstylist, always a hairstylist.
Yeah, I'm retired as of right now. But there's new things coming out every day. Like the tube game is wild right now.
Yeah.
But it doesn't look like that.
Remember when George got a toupee? That was
George Costanza? Yeah. I'm like, who's George?
Yeah, George Costanza. That was one of the funniest episodes.
But I feel like they're getting better, but that doesn't look like a toupee. That looks like he got plugs.
Yeah. Okay.
I
mean, good for him. I don't know. I didn't notice it.
Yeah.
So
you wouldn't.
No. So it's good then,
that's
right?
what I do.
Because I noticed Brian Urlacher.
My eyes go to hair constantly when I'm watching things.
Got him too.
No, he didn't because he's missing in the back. Remember?
Right. And WrestleMania when we saw,
he took that hat off, and I was like, "Ooh,
yeah, he's balding. That's right.
That is a spot."
But his hair just looks weird.
It does because it's never been long like that.
Right.
Right.
Ricky Stenicki, we just watched.
Yeah,
hilarious.
That was hilarious. Silly, but hilarious.
Yeah, that was one that we should have probably did a pod for. That trailer.
Mm-hmm.
They were big doing like OnlyFans stuff because he was a, I guess, retired porn star.
Who?
Ricky Stenicki
was doing OnlyFans.
Yeah, he got it. Like John Cena got an OnlyFans and stuff as Ricky Stenicki.
Oh, I didn't know that.
To promote the movie, yeah. They're doing a lot of stuff on OnlyFans now. They got.
Are you gonna get on OnlyFans with your reasons to chug?
Maybe it'll just say topless chugs and it'll be me with no shirt on chugging a beer.
Oh God.
Nice cash grab. Make it $1 a subscription. See how many we can.
Who's subscribe? I love you. Who's subscribing to that?
I won't put a picture on there. I'll just say topless chugs, and then people will have to subscribe to check it out.
I spelled chugs with a J. People just got confused. They're like, I know this was chugs.
It would be like, show me your chugs.
One of the other things I wanted to know, because it's what gets me like going, is like a true story.
Uh-huh.
And I looked up, I'm like, is this a real?
Is it? Oh,
no,
okay.
No, it's
not. They didn't really fight over
the real story that we started with, and I think it's the only real thing in the movie, is that Post came up with this idea. Kellogg's heard about it very late and decided to try and catch up. That is it. That is the only true part.
So wait,
gets me.
Who actually makes Pop-Tarts? Look, who's the company?
Kellogg's makes Pop-Tarts.
Are we sure about that?
Yes.
You sure about it?
Oh my gosh, Pop-Tarts. They are from. Imagine it's like General Mills.
That's what I'm thinking.
Oh my gosh, where is that?
Who like actually perfected it? It's not the first person to come up with the idea.
Why don't I see it on here? Oh, there you go. Yeah, it's Kellogg's.
Okay.
Yeah, it's obviously Kellogg's. That would be ridiculous. What would be the whole point of the movie?
Well, if it's not a true story, then they could make it anything, right?
I guess, but still, what would be the point?
That's why I was like, imagine if it wasn't them and they just were like, well, Jerry Seinfeld likes Kellogg's.
So he just made it.
So he's making them the champion of the movie. Or maybe the movie at the end, they don't do it because they don't really show. You just know that they're trying to
catch up
to Post. But
yeah.
What if they never did? That would be.
Yeah, I guess that could be the movie too. That would just be. I feel like normally movies need like a.
Yeah. Like they're pretty predictable.
Yeah, they need some sort of.
There's no like shocking twist at the end. Like actually, Jerry Seinfeld murdered the head of Post. Like dun dun dun.
Well, I guess they could do that in this.
Yeah, because it's not true. I know you love a true story.
I do. I'm a sucker for a
Most
true story.
of them are not very accurate.
When it says right? Based on a true story, like in my mind, like the dialogue is accurate.
It's gospel. Yeah.
Somebody, said that while they were there.
Where really, it's like, oh, these two people actually knew each other, and that's the only part of the true story.
Yeah.
And
I fall for it every time. They get me.
Every stinking time.
As soon as I hear that, based on a true story.
You're like, ooh, we gotta watch that.
Yeah. I'm like, oh my God, can you believe that happened to them?
And I'm like, I don't think it really happened that way.
Did to me. It's real to me, damn it.
Still real to me. So, I guess the only thing left to do is find out, are you hitching your trailer?
I think I've been pretty obvious this whole time. I will be hitching my trailer. I can't wait for this one.
You know what I'm going to say? If I don't have to pay for it, I'm usually going to hitch my trailer.
Yeah, but aren't you going to hitch your trailer to this one?
No, it looks funny. It looks funny. Yeah. But I mean, even...
You love food, so...
True. Rude, but true.
Wait, why is that rude?
It just sounds like a fat joke.
Well, it's not.
I know, but it sounds like one.
Oh my God.
I'm a little sensitive right now. No. Yeah, so we got 2 hitches. Wait, what was our...
No, we did not come up with one. We did not come up with one, no. That was after we see the movie.
4 wheelies?
Yeah, we're not. We didn't get to all that. But yeah.
All right, so thank you everybody for listening. Again, I want to thank our sponsors, Pinewood Poultry Pastures
Good job.
and Menti Bee Teas. Give Menti BTs a follow on Instagram.
Yep.
Also, there's a link where you can buy t-shirts, sweatshirts. What else we got on there?
Stickers. New products will be launching every week.
Also follow at Reasons to Chug on Instagram. You can check out some of my videos there.
He's becoming an Instagram influencer.
Well, and if you send me some chugs,
you get them posted.
I'll throw them up there on the story. We got a few people chugging on our story, so chugging along. Again, thanks as always, and you know what I'm going to say. Stay hitching.